Alright, I've already started warming up with the deadlift. I did 40 kilos for 5 sets of 10, like I'm planning to do every single day now. And I thought to myself, why don't I start playing around with some hook grip? It's been a little while now, since probably over a year now. In fact, definitely over a year now. Since I've last really had good hook grip that I felt confident with and I could kind of hold my max with. So I've done 5 sets of 10 with 40 kilos, so I've just kind of started upping the weight with the hook grip, and it feels quite good. However, this bar that I'm using over there is not kind of this bar, right? So this bar is the Ohio Power Bar from Rogue. It's a 28 mil, so it's kind of easier to get your thumb around. This thing over here is 32 mil. It's just a generic bar that I bought. That was the first bar I ever bought. It's like rated to something like 1,500 pounds or something crazy like that because it's so thick. It's got no flex to it. It's got nothing. And so when I hook grip that bar, I feel like my thumbs are just barely. It's kind of like this. It's not like this, right? So the difference. This is a 28 mil bar, and with the 32, I feel like I'm just barely getting the fingers around the thumb. So anyway, I'm going to plug you guys in here. You're going to watch the rest of the way. So this right now is 160 kilos. Feels pretty good. Obviously, I'm not going to go crazy here with reps. I think deadlifting is okay as long as you stay away from the high volume stuff and the high intensity stuff. So I'm planning here to do deadlifting every day with, like, I don't want to say, little weights, because somebody out there has got, a much lower max than me. But for me, this weight is kind of doable every day, so I'm going to just hit it predominantly for the hook grip and also just to kind of touch a little bit something heavier, and then I'll get into squatting. So here it is. One sec, let me just set the camera up. It's already that hurts. It's incredible how long it takes for the body kind of to get used to the pain of the thumbs. So for me, the pain is all through here. And after a little while, man, like I remember the first time I ever tried getting on top of hook grip. It took me like 12 weeks, I think, and after 12 weeks, I could basically do rack pulls with whatever weight I wanted to. Like the thumbs were that conditioned. So I don't think the pain is related to skin ripping. It's just the nerve. He's panicking right now that something has gone wrong. So anyway, I now know what to expect. The first time I ran it, I was like, damn, man, my thumb's going to get ripped off the socket. But he won't. It's just the growing pains. So yeah, there we go. A bit of hook grip. I might go a little bit heavier and put straps on just to see if I can stay tight through the deadlift. Alright, let's try 180. So that moved quite well with straps. There's so much confidence there with the hands when you got straps on that you just concentrate on what your hips are doing and how your core's behaving. And I felt really stable with 180 in my hands, and so I'm going to go up a little more. I loaded 200 kilos here, so let's see how that moves. Mind you, my all-time max is 220, although I haven't given deadlift the appropriate attention for a very long time. So I don't even know where I am right now. I know I've gotten stronger overall as a human being. In terms of what my deadlift is, I have no idea. So it's interesting that after all this time not doing the deadlift, 180 moved that way. So anyway, a lot of people say that the squat carries over really well to the deadlift, but the same cannot be said the other way around. If you're just doing deadlifts, your squats won't go up. So, and this is just kind of like folklore, I guess, what people say. Everyone's different, everyone's leverages are different, so I don't know. If you guys know me, I don't really take all that in as fact. I like to test my own thing and whatever. So anyway, 180 move well. Let's do 200 and see how that feels. So that's pretty interesting. 200 also felt smooth. What does this all mean? Well, one thing for sure is that I'm not efficient at using the deadlift movement pattern. I know that for a fact because I haven't had practice for me to be proficient with it, efficient with it. So if I can do 200 kilos this smooth, I think you can basically say that my max is way more than 220. Which is also very interesting because I have not trained the deadlift in a very long time. So I think there's a lesson here to be learned. At least initially, I think you can conclude some things. And that is the deadlift does not necessarily need to be trained directly for you to get stronger. A lot to process. So anyway, I'm going to continue doing what I'm doing. Actually, I'm going to go up in weight again. I did not feel my spine compromised at any point of that lift with 200. And that's basically my I guess, red flag when it comes to deadlifting. The moment I feel the lumbar start to kind of compromise itself, I give out. And a lot of people have criticized me about this for like, you know, in the past. People have said, man, come on, like, you know, you're going too soft. Like my philosophy is with everything else, like my health is number one. I do not want to get injured. Longevity is my game. So I don't see, you know, why you should round and hitch and just, you know, leave your blood and guts on the bar with you know, you're not nowhere near the world record. Like if you're on stage and you're trying to put your name down in the record books, I get that. You give it everything, but in training, there's no point rounding your spine and compromising your health. So, having that said, I'm going to put 210 on. I'm not going to be greedy. I'm not going to go to 220. I'm going to put 210 on, and I'm going to see how that moves. And I'm just going to pay close attention to what my spine is doing. If I can control the neutrality, I guess, of my spine, then I'll consider going up. But right now, I'm really happy. I'm really happy to think that I can just take such a long time off deadlifting and for me to be able to display this. Also, a few days ago, you guys know, who have watched, I was basically like bedridden for a day after just doing mediocre deadlifting. So it's a lot to process, you know, intellectually here, like what is actually happening. But anyway, let's put 210 on and see what's up. So I'm very pleased with that. Obviously, 210 often, you know, not deadlifting for a very long time is pretty impressive. That moved kind of slow, but I was hesitant to put all my mind into it, thinking about the spine, thinking about everything. It's still foreign to me, so let's not be stupid here. So 210 moved slow, very flat back, very, very strong back. So very happy with my cause at. But yeah, feeling good, feeling really, really good. I think when it comes to recovery, volume is the killer when it comes to deadlifting. I don't think frequency is all that bad. It's the volume. But anyway, nice little experiment today. Nice little kind of feel out session when it comes to the deadlift. I'll continue doing this every single day. Not this weight. I'll just do my, you know, 5 sets of 10 at, you know, 40 kilos. Just you know, say hi to the motor neurons that are involved in the deadlift. Essentially, just say hi to them every day. Make sure they understand that the expectation is comfort. And efficiency when it comes to this movement, and yeah, once in a while, like, you know, once in a week, I'll give it a bit of a tinkle. But yeah, essentially, I want the motor neurons. You guys know my philosophy. I want the motor neurons to know that this is the expectation. This is what we're about, and I don't want anything to be foreign to my body. Squat deadlift seems to be like a little perfect match. One's heavy in hip extension, one's heavy in knee extension, and when you put them together, they seem to really kind of feed off each other by the looks of it, because I have not done deadlifting for a very long time, and you saw the effects there. So really, really interesting stuff. Anyway, let me get into my squat and warm up for that and see what top set we can get today. Alright, so that's that. 170 kilo for one in the squat. I'm going to leave it there. Come back tomorrow and repeat the same thing. Basically, all I'm doing nowadays is squat and deadlift. I'm going to give this a little ride now. Get the body acclimatized to some deadlifting, and then I'll put in some volume back into the squat and I'll see how I go. But yeah, really happy with today. 210 deadlift, 170 squat. Body's feeling nice and healthy and more balanced than it was before. I think the deadlift was the missing link all along. Anyway, you live and learn. Cheers guys, see you in the next one.